Hi, here we are again. It came like a bullet. You know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday fly by, and here we are Saturday again. And I want to give a shout out to one of our fans in the beautiful city of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I hope you could read that. If you've never been there, there's a wonderful company down there called Superior Tours. There's a wonderful, beautiful young lady named Astrid Van Dam, and she runs that business. You can look up Superior Tours on their website and book a tour down to Puerto Vallarta. It's a beautiful city. They have a beautiful boardwalk that is just magnificent. It goes on for at least 2-3 miles, dotted with restaurants and wonderful, friendly people. So if you're planning to make a trip during this winter, shoot down to Puerto Vallarta. You'll love it. Now, let's get to the subject at hand. You know, I'm struggling with this weight loss. Just like a lot of you are writing me, you're struggling with weight loss too. And there was a report this week in the Times about what it is that's fighting us. But before I get into that, I want to talk about something else. Joan and I just celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary, and we wanted to share that good news with you guys. We've been in a state of bliss, and not everybody's in a state of bliss. A lot of us are not happy. We're not with a successful relationship, and a lot of us are feeding that emptiness inside with food. And this is one of the things you have to realize, that a lot of the weight gain is mental. So what you should do is join groups. Don't stay on the sofa. Get out into the world and try to create something. Also, you could come to our website, joanbars.com, and join in the conversation that's going on there on our comments page. Also, don't forget that on our YouTube, you could also leave comments. So we look forward to hearing from you. And if you got any problems, get back to us. Now, I want to talk about something that Joan brought to my attention this week, and that's raisins. You know, let me get a look closer so you can get a better look. You know, raisins, we grew up with little packets, little boxes, and they used to be like 10 cents. Well, you know, the reality is that most of us keep raisins in the refrigerator and don't realize that this is part of the fruit group, that we should have 5 fruits and vegetables a day. And Joan and I have been making oatmeal in the morning for a very long time, and we started adding blueberries in lieu of sweeteners. Because many of you guys complained that we were advocating sweeteners. Well, now we're putting blueberries rather. But what we found was that you run out of them. You know, they go bad on you if you don't consume them within a certain period of time, and they're very expensive. In came the raisins. You know, these things are delicious. But be careful not to use more than a half a cup in your oatmeal, because they are very caloric. But you are eating a great fruit, which is grapes, which contain a lot of benefits to you, vitamins and fiber, and it goes on and on and on. And you know that resveratrol is one of the things that is in grapes. So if you want to stay healthy for the rest of your life, add raisins to your oatmeal in the morning. And I hope to hear from you guys that this was a great tip. You know, it's very inexpensive compared to buying fresh blueberries every week. So that's the tip for the day, and I hope that you guys get something out of it. Now let me put on my little cheat sheet here so I could share with you the that report that came out in the Times this week. And here it goes. Let's see if I could get this going properly so I could give you a good report. Now, I work very hard on the articles, on this cast. You know, you may think it's ad hoc, but it is very hard to put all this thing together. But there was a study in the New York Times this week that showed why it's so hard to keep weight off. For years, studies of obesity have found that soon after fat people lose weight, which is us, their metabolism slowed and they experience hormonal changes that increase their appetites. And that's what causes our fat, appetite, hunger. Scientists reason that these biological changes could explain why most obese dieters quickly gained back much of what they had so painfully lost. And it's painful to lose this weight. But now a group of Australian researchers have taken those investigations a step further. After a year, the researchers found that the participants' metabolism and hormonal levels had not returned to the levels before the study started. It is something I believe in deeply, and it is very hard to lose weight. And the reason is your hormones work against you. I've said it over and over again. As expected, the hormone levels changed in a way that increased the dieters' appetites, and indeed they were hungrier when they started the study. They were then given diets intended to maintain their weight loss. A year after the subjects had lost the weight, the researchers repeated their measurements, and what do you think? The subjects were gaining the weight back despite the maintenance diet. On average, gaining back half of what they had lost. And the hormone levels offered a possible explanation. The hormone leptin, which tells the brain how much fat is in the body, is present, fell by 2/3 immediately after the subjects lost weight. When leptin falls, appetite increases and metabolism slows. A year after the weight loss diet, leptin levels were still 1/3 lower than they were at the start of the study. And leptin levels, listen to this, increases as subjects regain their weight. Other hormones that stimulate hunger, in particular ghrelin, which levels increase, and peptide YY, whose level decreased, were also changed a year later in a way that made the subjects' appetites stronger than at the start of the study. The results show that losing weight is hard, and it is no accident that more than 90% of people who lose a lot of weight gain it back. You are putting your body in a circumstance it will resist. You are, in a sense, more metabolically normal when you are at a higher body weight. That's what's happened. Our body wants to be fat. You know, the caveman had a hard time finding food, and he gained fat to protect themselves against the famine and the hunger. So if you think you're having a hard time, and I'm having a hard time, we're all having a hard time. It's our body working against us. And not only our body and hormones, but our minds. You know, as I started out, Joan and I just celebrated 20 years of wedded bliss. Good times, bad times, as she wrote me, you know, we've shed tears and we've went through struggles, but life goes on and we've formed a good union together. And like many of you, this is our second marriage. And, you know, it's happening out there. You have to find your soulmate. But that brings us back to what we're talking about, weight gain. You have to fight it. You know, the one word I want to bring out to you is body consciousness. Body consciousness. You know, a lot of times we separate our mind from our body, and that's how we get fat. I have to be body conscious. And I want you to remember, you can do it. I did it, you can do it. But it's hard. It's not easy. So let's get on the scale and see how I did this week. I don't know where the scale is right now. There it is. Let's see if we can get a good shot there. And it's lit up. Here we go. Can you see it there? No? There it is. Perfect shot. Here we go. Let me get a better shot for you. There you go. That went off. Here we go again. Live TV. I weighed 0. Maybe the scale is going bad. That's embarrassing. Let's see. Okay, there it comes. All right, here we go. $228.6. $228.6. Bad news. So, bad news. Weight gain. Let me raise this up a little bit. Bad news this week. Once again. Weight gain. Not good. So, 228.6. Today's the 27th. What can I tell you? It's not easy. And like I just put out an explanation there, the body's fighting you. It's not easy, and the body is fighting you. And it's fighting me. And, you know, to stay on a strict diet every day, week after week, it does get hard to do. But look at that. I gained weight, but I lost inches on my waist. So, victory! So let's see, I was 46, now I'm 45. And I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating on this. It really did go down an inch. Because I am exercising every day, and I want you to exercise. So I'll see you next week. Keep fighting. Don't give up the battle. It's the victor that wins, that gets off the canvas. Look at what happened with the Cardinals. They were going to be out, one strike out, and they were going to lose. But they came back. So should you. See you next video. See you next week. Have a good week. You can do it. Bye-bye.